Hello. Good evening. We will do the task 6. Join Windows 10 to the main Windows Server 2016. So in this task, you are asked to perform joining a Windows 10 workstation to our domain. Recall that a domain is a local area network LAN with workstation and servers under the control of one central security server or group of servers. These servers, called controllers, refer to a database that keep tracks of user their passwords and what they're permitted to access. In other words, a domain is controlled LAN that provides a single login for users to gain access to network resources like file storage and network printing. The principal benefit of joining a workstation to a domain is central authentication. With a single login, you can access different services and resources without logging into each one. Another benefit is that settings in a computer's operating system can be changed or controlled by the network. Thus, if a computer needs a certain configuration to function fully on the network, computers belonging to the domain can receive that configuration automatically.
Controller to I'm gonna need to do
So we're already done doing
right like
this.
Is IP address from the
Okay. Nag-ano na ka dyan, no? Nag CMD, katong ping.
Again,
Ay, IP config.
So what we had the DHCP server, but we corner, click the network and internet.
So, dara na part sa Ethernet.
Now we're gonna click on change adapter options here. Here at the bottom, and we'll right click on Ethernet and choose properties 92.168.0 since that's what my NAT network is configured to.
Dili ang atoa is ang IP address is 10.10.10.20. Wait. Then 255, okay. 255.255.255 na ang subnet. Ayo, zero last. Then 10.10.10.1. Then ang preferred kay 10.10.10.10. Okay. Off na yung IPv6. Okay.
Auto complete.
Then continue sa
just know that if you enter the IP address here at the top, you press tab, it'll
mga next step
for you. You don't have to worry about it. Got 1 to 2. This is the DMBO. I'm gonna 0.10. I'm gonna get a reply here because I have enabled it, but more than likely you will get a timeout back. So basically what you're gonna see, if I just try and ping an IP address that's not valid, what you're gonna see something like this, where it's just gonna say trying to ping, and then it'll say destination host unreachable, or it'll just say that there was a request timed out, just like that. Okay, so now that we're on the same network, what we're gonna do now is try to rename the computer, and then we're gonna join it to the domain. So again, under settings here, I'm just gonna close out of this in case you closed yours. We're gonna hit the start button, and we're gonna click settings on the left side, and we're gonna choose system. Then we're gonna go down to about here at the bottom, and we're gonna choose rename this PC. And right now it's set to this desktop dash, and I think that's like a serial number. It's for workstation next.
na-rename na ni mo dyan,
And it's gonna say you need.
Ako na po ni na-rename. So, as you can see, ITFWS01, same sa video.
need to restart your bottom, we're going to say connect.
Then we go access work or school. So we could not join here unless
And
i-run unless i-run po
Again,
ng Windows 2016. So wait, wala akong VirtualBox. I-run po din mo 2016 dyan. Laban marag hidden na run. Start lang. I-start na yung VirtualBox. Okay. Wait. I'm on in 2016. Understand. So as you can see, need pa i-run ang 2016 para magana yung internet or connection. Wait, okay, naka-join domain, naka-dyan, nice. So enter user and username and
bottom is the
password.
domain, itflea.com. Since we got this pop-up saying enter your account to verify you have permissions to connect to the domain, this means that we are connected to.
Okay. Administrator. Then Orine Rado 123.
To the server. If we were not connected to the domain controller, we would not get this message. It would say it was unable to find it or not specified. So I'm going to type in administrator, and I'm going to type in the password asking us to hit. Okay, so now don't need to do that. And now I'm going to choose restart now. Okay, so now the computer don't need to do the person who's going to be using this PC. Now I'm just going to hit skip.
You skip na niya. Okay.
Don't need to do that. And now I'm going to choose restart now. Okay, so now the computer is going to restart. So once the computer reboots, we're going to pop out of this computer and go over to our domain controller. So we'll just give it a second to fully load. Okay, so now the VM has powered back on. This is the Windows 10 workstation. I'm going to hit Control and F, pop out of full screen mode, and now I'm going to minimize this Windows 10 VM, and I'm going to pop open my Windows Server 2016 VM. Okay, so I'll bring this over here. Again, I'm going to hit right Control and F, and I am in the domain controller now. So I'm going to hit right Control and delete, and I will log into the domain administrator account. This is the same account we just used to join the computer to the domain. Wait. Control and F, and I am in the. This is a. So I'm gonna hit right Control and delete, and I will log. In Control and F. I'm gonna minimize this Windows 10 VM.
Okay. Ang yang giran is ang ano? Ang Windows 2016, dili di ang 10.
And I'm gonna pop open my Windows Server 2016 VM. Okay, so I'll bring this over here. Again, I'm gonna hit right Control and F, and I am in the domain controller now. So I'm gonna hit right Control and delete.
Ang 2016 yung giran dyan. Giminimize na niyang Windows 10.
And I will log into the domain administrator account. This is the same account we just used to join the computer to the domain. If I select Tools, Active Directory, users and computers on the computer to the domain. If I select Tools, Active Directory, Users and Computers, and if I expand itfleet.com and click on Computers, which if you remember is the default container where computer accounts are placed, we can see that we have ITFWS01. So now we could drag it into another organizational unit if we'd like. We can assign GPOs to this computer. We'll get more into that later on in the course. But for now, that is how you join a workstation to a Windows domain.
Galaw. Check sa mga ano, Windows 2016. Gana na sa ko. Yun nga, server manager. And then tools. Tools. Active Directory users and computers. Yun lang, wala. Wala yung gawas. Click daw balik. Tara. Yung gawas na. ccs.com kang left side. Nani arrow dara. Ang computers, i-click. Tara, muna ito naka-connect ganiya. Itong Windows 10 na to. So, mo lang end sa video. So, that's all for task 6, which is joining Windows 10 to the main Windows Server 2016.